Today I'm talking about a fragrance that has been well received by the fragrance community since its launch back in 2004. However, in 2016 it underwent a bit of a makeover and it gets a fresh new look and tweaked blend. This is called L'Instant de Guerlain pour Homme Edt. And to find out my thoughts on this one and whether it's still worth picking up in 2021, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody and welcome to another episode of Mags Frags. I'm Paul and this is day 114 of my Fragrance 365 project where I give my thoughts on a different fragrance every day for a whole year. So today's scent of the day is L'Instant de Guerlain pour Homme Edt, which is a mouthful, and this is from the house of Guerlain. And if you log into any of the fragrance forums, this is often abbreviated just to the word Lidge. This particular formulation was launched in 2016, but the original OG was launched back in 2004, with an intense or Eau Extreme flanker coming out a year later in 2005. I will feature the 2005 Eau Extreme version in the 365 project, but I no longer own the vintage EDT. I will start by saying though that even though this contains the same notes, it is very different to the originals, and I feel this has been blended with a view to being more modern and contemporary smelling. Yeah, so into the presentation, and the box comes in a pewter colour with chrome accents, and we have the name of the fragrance and the concentration in this brown box in the centre, and then we have the name of the house printed in black at the top. On the lid we've got a chrome Guerlain logo, and on the back we've got some product information and a short statement that reads: L'Instant de Guerlain pour Homme highlights a unique moment, the one in which a man takes the initiative and which everything will be different. Very nice. And at the bottom is the barcode and the batch code, and the batch code on this one is 7P01. The bottle is very similar to the other Guerlain Classic Collection fragrances, and it comes in the same chisel design as the others that I've reviewed recently, including Heritage and Habit Rouge. This, however, gets the brown and silver accents, and it features the product information in the insert in the centre. Underneath we've got the size and the batch code, and then up top we've got a brown plastic click-on cap with a chrome atomizer, which is fairly decent. It sprays a decent amount of juice, and the overall presentation on this, it looks elegant and classy, but it's nothing to get too excited about. Yeah, the top notes in this one are lemon, star anise, bergamot, Elemi and pepper. In the heart there's tea, incense, hibiscus and jasmine, and in the base there's cacao, patchouli and sandalwood. So this opens up with citrus notes, star anise and pepper. And if you don't know what star anise smells like, it's got like a resemblance to licorice with it. It's quite bitter. I don't really get much in the way of star anise in the opening of this like I did with the vintage bottles, and what I mainly get is a bright peppery opening with a hint of lemon, and I've got to say that it does come off a little bit synthetic and disappointing for the first 5 minutes or so. But give it time to settle down and everything changes once these slightly more prominent notes of cacao and patchouli start to just come through with all the other supporting notes, and then it becomes much more pleasant. After the dry down, you get a very lovely, rich, warm aroma with a dark, almost like chocolatey type smell. It's not too sweet, and it's also got a hint of patchouli, which stops it from going into like gourmand territory. It's a very unique, masculine and mature smelling scent, but because everything is so equally blended, nothing really jumps out. In the original versions, the star anise was really dominant in the opening, and then the cacao and the patchouli in the base were much more prominent. But with this, it's all just a bit more linear. But having said that, there's nothing to dislike in here, and it does still smell very, very classy and elegant. When anyone catches a waft of this, they're going to love it. This would be best suited to the autumn and early spring and would make for an ideal office fragrance because it has a more serious and grown-up scent character without being too aggressive or annoying. It would also be a very safe date night scent because it has a very relaxed vibe about it, and who doesn't enjoy a bit of late night cocoa? This is for a 30-something man to wear in a relaxed setting. There's nothing playful or youthful in here, so if you're in your late teens or your early 20s looking to buy your next clubbing scent for after lockdown ends, then save your money because this one ain't for you guys. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say the performance on this is below average, I'm afraid. And even after 10 sprays, you're only going to get a very soft projection, and you're pretty much going to have to go directly to your skin to detect it. People may catch wafts as you walk past them, but for the wearer, it never goes beyond being a skin scent. After 3 or 4 hours, you're not even detecting it even on fabric. Again, this is why it works well for around the office or a date night, because it's about as inoffensive as you're going to get, and people are going to be lucky if they actually catch it on you. But if they do, they're going to love it. Compared to the original versions of this, I'd say it's a fairly big letdown. But if you've never tried them or haven't got anything else to compare it to, I'd say that you'll still enjoy this, the overall aroma. It's very unique and it does smell more modern than it used to, but it's still not a fragrance for young guys. It's sophisticated and classy with a very likeable scent character that 90% of people are going to really enjoy. But the performance is below par, and the essence of what made this such a fantastic fragrance in the first formulations has been lost. And for that reason, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, so that's about it for today's Scent of the Day. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about one that's on this back wall here. It's currently sat next to the Eau Sauvage Parfum, and it hardly ever gets spoken about. It's a bit of a hidden gem. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to see which one I'm talking about. Also, if you found this video useful, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It's also great to hear your opinions, your thoughts and your critiques on all of these fragrances that feature in this 365 project. So make sure to keep your comments coming down in the comments section. So as always, thank you once again very much for tuning in. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Bye bye for now.